Allah, my brothers and sisters, I am known on your planet as Prophet Muhammad, who wrote the Quran. It came from my soul and the universe. This is my first communication through this channel. The Quran is one of the few spiritual teachings that came directly from the source, unlike many others. Christianity did not come from Jesus. Buddhism did not come from Buddha. Judaism did not come from Abraham, as he did not even exist and act. They were created after their spiritual masters left this world by humans who did not fully know or understand their true teachings. Then, darkness took over all of the religions and changed them to hide the truth from humanity. Also, the negative souls use religions against humankind by dividing them and starting wars against them, each in the name of their different gods. This continues in your modern times like it did in the past. If religions did on what they were supposed to do, then there would be no religions on earth, as they all would teach one important lesson, which is not to worship anyone or anything outside your being, except for the inner temple of your soul. Sadly, my teaching of the Quran has been changed and taken over, and the Muslim faith stolen by darkness, as it has been used to start conflicts against other nations and for the suppression of women who bring children to Islam. During my time on this world, I treated men and women equally. I only separated them in the mosques so they would take their spiritual faith and praying seriously. As when men and women came together, they got easily distracted and started talking to each other, especially the younger men and women. I had nothing to do with burqas, niqabs, chadors, khimars, shailas, alamiras, and even hijabs, required wearing them in public and in the presence of men, even at home, as it's suppressive clothing that came from evil. Yes, I am aware that many Middle Eastern countries have hot temperatures. Still, your head, face, hair, and body are supposed to breathe and not to be covered up all day. You are shortening your human lives by not letting your body rest, relax, and breathe. Women in my time only covered up most of their bodies on very hot days, not to get burned by the sun. This is an imprisonment of the body with invisible chains. This is not the true representation of the Middle East, as there are many clothing that do not cover the head or face at all, with vibrant, beautiful, rich colors and creations, including high fashion. You also do not take rights away in employment, education, freedom of movement, public life, and civil liberties from your grandmothers, mothers, sisters, wives, daughters, and ect. This is not the true teachings of Quran. Not any prophet of God would support this suppression of freedom. This was done on purpose by darkness to stop the spiritual progress of Muslims, as they are the biggest population on earth. It slowed down drastically the ascension for the humanity to higher dimension of existence. Not treating women equally in any country around the world creates a spiritual imbalance in the society and stops the evolution process towards advancement. This has been part of the human history on this planet for a long time, of not giving equal rights and treatment for women. It's very sad for me to see on all of the suffering my Palestinian brothers and sisters are going through in Gaza, especially the children and women. My heart bleeds for them, and my soul is hurting to see such inhumane treatment of so many human beings. The only peace I get is knowing that all of the souls who left or are going to leave their physical bodies are going to be healed from this act of evil. Humankind lost its humanity for allowing this genocide of the Palestinians to continue day after day for 601 days now. Evil exists in your world only because you allow it to and do not stand up against it. Children and women are being bombed by 2,000-pound bombs, hit with missiles, shot with tanks and machine guns by IDF soldiers. Medical, food, rescue workers, and journalists are purposely being killed and ambulances being blown up. Destroying houses, apartments, schools, universities, food markets, hospitals, mosques, and all of the public infrastructure, even the cemeteries being damaged and desecrated, with graves being dug up by the bulldozers. Their whole population is being purposely starved to their physical human death. The Israel government and their soldiers are blocking food, medical, and basic supplies to Gaza. Only a few came to their defense: Hamas, PIJ, IRI, Hezbollah, Houthi, and Iran. The rest of the Middle East did not even lift a finger for their Palestinian brothers and sisters except for their empty words. Some even helped the dark government of Israel. All of these soulless leaders will be punished on Judgment Day of their soul, like it says in the Quran. As their hands are not clean, they are covered with Palestinian blood, mostly of children's and women's blood, including the one who can end this suffering with one phone call to Israel, Donald Trump. Without support and protection of the United States, the Israel evil government and military would not be able to continue the indiscriminative bombings on regular people with no connection to the military and on other countries like Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, and Iran, as this would put their whole country's existence in jeopardy in the Middle East. Trump so far has done nothing to help. He instead wants to completely remove the Palestinians from Gaza to other countries and turn the territory into a luxury resort. He even had someone create AI video of his vision for Gaza, which he posted on his account, calling it Trump Gaza. It had a golden statue of him, and he offensively had Muslim women dancing with beards. After 5 days of being back in the office, he sent a shipment of 2,000-pound bombs to Israel after it was stopped by the previous president for being used against civilians. He also bombed the Houthis in Yemen for 58 days, threatened to bomb Iran if they develop nuclear weapons. Both of these countries are enemies of Israel, as this would put their whole country's existence in jeopardy in the Middle East. Trump so far has done nothing to help. He instead wants to completely remove the Palestinians from Gaza to other countries and turn the territory into a luxury resort. He even had someone create AI video of his vision for Gaza, which he posted on his account, calling it Trump Gaza. It had a golden statue of him, and he offensively had Muslim women dancing with beards. After 5 days of being back in the office, he sent the shipment of 2,000-pound bombs to Israel after it was stopped by the previous president for being used against civilians. He also bombed the Houthis in Yemen for 58 days, threatened to bomb Iran if they develop nuclear weapons. Both of these countries are enemies of Israel. He completely supports all of the evil being done in Gaza, as he has done nothing to stop it so far. Trump had the replacement Benjamin Netanyahu even come to his Mar-a-Lago. The original Netanyahu was assassinated 10 years ago. His executioner did not live long enough to tell of his success. It was covered up by the dark Israel government with another look-alike. The replacement Benjamin Netanyahu was the first foreign leader to visit Donald Trump in the White House in his second term as the President of the United States. He said Trump was the greatest friend of Israel ever had in the White House. He had 2 visits this year already. Now recently, his head of FBI, Kash Patel, said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in a prison. That is not true. He was eliminated and silenced by the dark ones to make sure he would not reveal the names, as he was no longer useful to them in jail. Epstein was a dark human who preyed on young and underage women on his private jets and island. That had many powerful, rich, and famous negative humans that participated, like Bill Clinton. Trump did not release the real list, as many of his rich and political friends would be on it. Many have either forgotten or are not aware that Donald Trump was friends with Epstein. He flew 7 times on his private planes and even invited him to his Mar-a-Lago parties. When you are in higher dimension of existence, you can access any truth in a few seconds, as you are one with the universe. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bring peace, mercy, and blessings upon you. The truth will cut deep through all of the lies like a sword. Prophet Muhammad, channeled by Erena Velazquez, Ambassador of Galactic Light Forces.
Donald's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1.
Got you the best part. greatest dinner I've ever had. Come on, let's get a good, beautiful.
Please, let's make a photo. Okay, wait. Great. Thank you.
Invited me to be the first foreign leader to visit the White House in your second term. This is a testament to your friendship and support for the Jewish state and the Jewish people. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You are the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House.
المستضعفين في غزة اللهم ارحم أنينهم اللهم لب نداءهم اللهم صن أرواحهم بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه
اشم عطرك احرقه هو وثيابه ثيابه والله ورسله وكتابه احبك لاخر المشوار لحد الموت واسبابه